Good evening, everybody. Will from WC Review. Finally getting to talking about my Medford. I waited and I saved, and I finally got to get my Medford experience. Now, I haven't. I didn't just get this. I've had this for probably almost 2 months now. But I put everything back in the box. Everybody knows when you get your Medford, it comes in the Made in the USA box, and then you get to your Pelican style box. So I'm just going to move stuff out of the way little by little. You can hear the dog tags clinking. Forgive the camera shake, peeps. And there you go. It comes with the dog tag. Just very cool. And you open it up, and there's a morale patch in there, care and use, some stickers, and the COA, the Certificate of Authenticity, with the birth date, 12/21 of 21 is my knife. The knife isn't in there. I have it out, but I just wanted to show you, that I did finally get my Medford experience. So I have a bunch to say about this. So here is the knife. I got it from Arizona Custom Knives, which, if you haven't heard of them or you don't know about them, they're an awesome company. At least that's been my experience, and that's my opinion. But this is the Medford Proxima Blue Anno. It is an S35 VN steel. If you don't know, you probably do. But the Medford symbol, typically next to the symbol is a letter. D is D2, S is S35 VN. I think 3 is 3V. And basically, that's the kind of stamp that lets you know what type of steel it is. This knife is just awesome. Let's see. I believe it's 9 1/4. Nope, it's just under 9 inches, 8 3/4. Yes, overall length is 8 3/4. The blade length is 3.875. The cutting edge is 3.625. It is a .19, 190 thousandths knife. One day I will have a 260 thousandths knife. I'm actually working with Amy right now. She's kind enough to help me try and find a full-size Marauder or a Fat Daddy. One of the other is my next Medford. But again, I encourage you to watch some of Greg's videos. He goes into great detail about the phosphor bronze washers and why they use them, and how it's really a thrust bearing. It's very understandable. He puts it into, I do have an engineering background, but I understand everything he says in layman's terms as well. This knife is not heavy, at least in my opinion. 8.4 ounces. Some people would consider that to be heavy, but not in Willie's world. I like heavy knives. It's all titanium. Other than, the handle scales, are titanium. It's a right-handed tip-up clip. It's got a drop point blade. As you can see, I've been working. Medfords don't flip like that right out of the box. And listen, that's a good thing. I have no problem working my knife in. When you see the processes that these knives go through to get that, there is a Medford sound. Like Harley Davidson has a signature sound, Medford has a signature sound. So really about the knife, it's awesome. There's not too much to tell you. One thing I will say in the negative, it's a fingerprint magnet, but so what? I can deal with that. When I first got the knife, it had lock stick. I was so excited at first, and then after about 2 or 3 flips, I literally could not close the knife, and I was so disappointed. I was so upset. I spent all this money, and I waited all this time, and now the freaking thing doesn't even work right. So I reached out to Medford customer service, and guess who responded back to me within 3 minutes? Amy Medford herself got online and said, "Hey, listen, sorry to hear that you're having a problem with your Proxima." She gave me a field fix, which, if you don't know it, if you have lock stick on your knife, the flat surface right here becomes carbonized, or there's something with the grind. But you can either take a lead pencil and scratch this area up, or a black Sharpie, and just color that in. And she did say it's a field fix, not a permanent fix. You don't want to really have a black smudge on a $700 knife. but it fixed the problem. The knife was able to operate, open and close. It was wonderful. But I did decide that sending it in was the right way to go. Just every dealing I had with Medford was wonderful. Their customer service. I mean, I dealt with Amy. I dealt with Amy Medford herself. We spoke back and forth. I sent the knives. I think it was $20 for shipping, which was no problem. And they do give you instructions. Don't put it in the Pelican case and send it back to them because they're going to chuck it. They tell you everything you need to do. You just got to pay attention. So I wrapped it up. I put it in a box. I put the RMA number all over the box. That's all they need. That's all they want. They take the knife, they fix the problem, and they send it back to you. I just have nothing but good things to say about Medford and their customer service. Their knives, in my opinion, speak for themselves. I've been meaning to do this review for a while because, again, my first experience, it was awesome and disappointing all at the same time. But all in all, where I'm sitting right now, I highly recommend Medford as a company and as a knife, as a tool. I'm a big fan of Greg's. I agree with his ideologies and I'm totally in tune with the things he says. So a lot of people don't care for him. I am not one of them. I think he's a good guy, and I think his wife is the bomb. And I think he's got a really, really good company, and he's not changing that for anyone. So I'm looking forward to hearing back from Amy on the Marauder or the Fat Daddy. But this is my Proxima knife. Is there anything I left out? I don't think there is. But listen. Collecting knives, having knives is an experience. It's a process. It's not just getting a knife in a bag and going to play with it, It's the experience. So it's nice to know that when you drop some coin on a knife, that the company that makes it and sells it to you is there and stands behind their product and backs it up. And Medford absolutely, definitely does that. So, Amy, thank you. I think you're awesome. And I love my Medford, and I will be buying more. So thank you very much. WC Review out.